Hi guys, welcome back to my channel again. So today we are doing the woven effect nail design. So this is my first time trying this. I already prepped the client's nails, already did a fill and already applied the color red to all the other nails. And we are only going to do 4 nails with this woven effect. So I left only this part for you guys to see. So firstly what I did is I applied a thin layer of the red gel on all 4 nails. So while I was busy with these two, they go in the oven, and then we cure it for 60 seconds, and then I do the same on the other hand. With this as well, I don't go right up to the cuticle. I take my small liner brush and I just fill in so that I can get as close as possible to the cuticle without touching the skin. And there you saw me, the client lifted her finger and I touched myself, so I quickly had to wipe that off. But no big deal, we just carry on. It happens. So yeah, just making sure all the sides are filled in as close as possible without touching. And then after that, we're sending it to cure. And yeah, I sped up the video a little bit. I usually don't work this fast, but I just sped it up a little bit so that you don't have to watch me do this for a long time. But yeah, so while I was busy doing that, I'll do the other hand, so I'm just going to wait for this to finish and then I'll be right back. And you know I wouldn't do that to you. You know I wouldn't treat you that way. No, I've been running, can't catch up. Oh love, what I won't do. Oh, you got me chasing waterfall. Oh, you got me chasing waterfall. Chasing waterfalls. Oh, 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 you've got me chasing waterfalls. Okay, so let's carry on. So then I take my matte top coat and I place a thin layer over that 2 or that 4 nails. That is just for the design so that it doesn't slip and it does not move. So I like to use my matte top coat just to make sure that the nails, when I do the design, it does not move. So I just place a thin layer over each of the nails, making sure to drag off as much of the product that I can, but without letting it separate or anything like that. So just making sure that it's from side to side and that's even and smooth. So I do this to all 4 nails and then cure for the full 60 seconds. And then when I'm done with that, I just wipe off the sticky layer. They don't really have a sticky layer, but I like to wipe it off so that I make sure that the nail is absolutely clean before I do my design. So I'm just waiting for this to finish, and then we're going to start with the design, which it's really confusing to the brain if you try to do this design. I'm going to be honest. I had to watch a lot of videos and screenshots to do this. So first take your dotting tool, not too big and not too small either. And then you're going to place your 3 dots just to this left side, but not in the middle, just slightly to the left. but make the dots big enough. So don't make the dots too small, because you're going to drag some of the product out of that dot. So better just make it big enough so that you don't sit with a little tiny dot at the end. So I made my 3 dots, and then next to that I made 2 dots, and then again 2 dots. So like this one, you see me, so that it's equivalent to the other 2 dots that's in the middle, so that it's the same. Okay, then you're going to take your long liner brush that you have. This is a new set that I got, so I'm testing this brushes out for the first time to see how it works and if it does the job that I need it to do. So I first just drag my brush with a twirling motion through the black gel paint, just to make sure that the product is through the bristles. Then I take it from the inside of the 2 dots, and I make like a U shape on both sides so that they touch the bottom of the second dot. I will show you a close-up in a few minutes so that you can see. So I'm just joining up all the dots. So you go in the inner side of the dot, and then you go on top on the outer sides of the dot. I hope that makes sense. When I saw this, I thought I should have done this closer. And yeah, I touched the skin while making the thinnest line ever, but I quickly removed it. So never ever let there be gel or any product touching your client's skin, so always quickly remove it with a cleaning solution or isopropyl alcohol, or the cleaning solution that you use. So I carry on. So then I'm still joining up all the dots, and we're going to do the woven effect. So watch me do this, and then when I do this, the second one, because this one is like a side profile of the woven effect. The other finger is going to be straight down. So there's 2 different side wovens, or the woven effect that I did here. But I hope you can see what I'm doing. And when I'm done with this, I will talk to you guys again. See you just now. Just another thing that I want to mention that I just remembered is don't put too much product on your brush. You want thin lines, the thinnest that you can, to join these dots together. So we don't want to make it too thick. So rather just go back, take a little bit of the product on your brush, and then carry on. So don't put too much product on your bristles, because then you will get thick lines. So thin lines, the thinnest possible that you can get. And that's what I did here. I just went back to my palette, picked up a little bit more, and then just carried on like that. Okay, here I reached for my smallest dotting tool, because you need to make the dots that you made with your bigger dotting tool. Now you have to make them into little squares, just to make sure that it's not round. So I just take my little dotting tool, or there's the smallest side of the dotting tool, and I just make sure that they are nicely squared. So if there was a little bit that dragged too much, I just wipe it away and make sure that it's even and the lines are thin enough. And then you'll see me a lot of times wiping away, because then I was not happy with the line or something, and then I just take it off and I just redo it again, because this one really confuses the brain, for that it has to wove into each line has to wove into the other one. So yeah, but if you can get this basic step done, then the other part of this is easy. But this is your main body of your design. So you have to make sure that the sides are thin enough, the dots are, that must not be dots at this point. It's going to be like little squares on the nail. Okay, and then I sent her to cure that finger, and then I fully cured it for 60 seconds. And while that one was in the lamp, I did the other hand. So I didn't record the other hand because it's exactly the same as this one. We do the exact same shape, the exact same style on both of the other fingers. So this one is now the straight one. So I place 4 dots side of each side of the nail. So, but it's not in the middle, so it's more to the left and more to the right. Then with this one, you take your liner brush and you go first on the outside and then on the inside that you connect. So from the first dot, you go to the second dot on the outside. And then in the middle, you go from the second dot to the third dot on the inside. And from the third dot outwards again on the outside, and then on top it's on the inside. So you just join that lines first up, then you cross in the middle from the first 2 dots to each other, from the second dots to each other, third dots and your 4th dot. So you just join them up so that it looks like it's already woven when you draw your lines. And remember, the lines must be thin, so not thick lines. And if you make a mistake, just wipe it off and just seal it again. Just make sure that the lines connect. Then you make sure the lines connect from the outer dots right up to the end. And then yeah, when you touch the skin, wipe it away instantly. Clean up the skin instantly. So then you make just straight lines from each of that dots to the outside of the nail or the wall of the finger. So just to make sure that they connect properly. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to do the other hand off camera, and then when I'll get back to you on this hand when I come back.
I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what I'm supposed to do.
Okay, and we're back. So now I'm taking my matte top coat and just placing a little dot or dollop at the one side. And then I take my one stroke brush and then I pick black up on the one side and some of the matte on the other side, and then I just blend it together so that it makes like a fade. And then I'm going to start filling in the areas where it should be darker so that it looks like that wovenness in the design. So then I use the one side of my brush and then fill that in, the other side fill it in. And if you see it's not too dark, just go back to your paint, just pick up a little bit again. You see I just drag my brush to the one side and then to the other side, just picking up a little bit of product and then just filling in where the what do you call this? Where the shading should be. There we go. Now I finally got it. So just making sure that there's enough product on my brush for the shading. Okay, so you go on the inside of the underside of your woven design so that it looks darker. If you look at a woven design from the top view, it always looks like there's like a little dark spot. So that's what we're trying to do here. So not everyone at the same angle. So we use on the sides, you're going to fill in that shadow, and then on the top again on the sides we're going to fill in the shadows. So they must try and leave a little bit of space in between each woven effect, so it should not touch, because otherwise it's going to be too dark. So just a little line just to let it pop out a little bit more. So I'm going to do this on all 4 fingers, making sure that everything is shaded enough, but not too thick and not too dark. And then once I'm done with that, I'll be back and then I'll explain the rest with you guys. So see you now.
I'm dreaming in dreams bigger than me, taking my time, giving to me, paint my life into a masterpiece, coloring it how I want it to be. Won't stop till I see what I want to see. I'm picking up books to get inside the heads of the ones who happen to life instead of it happening to them. I wonder if I'll make a difference like that, even if it don't happen fast.
Okay, and on to our next part. So yeah, I already cleaned my palette. There's only white on there now. And now I'm taking a smaller liner brush and we're going to draw highlights onto all the woven parts, because this is what's going to make it stand out and look very woven. And I tried it with this brush, but the lines were too thick, and yeah, I started to struggle a bit with this. And then after a while you're going to see me wipe it away, and I'm going to use my 10mm brush to see, but it was still too thick. So I suggest using a thinner brush to make these lines, because if they're too thick, it's not that it does not look nice, but the lines should be thinner. That's what I only saw at the end, but then it was too late to take everything off because everything was already sealed and everything, so we just left it like that. but this lines also should be very, very thin, just as thin as what your black lines would have been. But we carried on, and yeah, see there, I took it off and I tried another brush just to make sure that the lines are properly, and it looked nice. So yeah, I'm very fussy with that. If a thing is not right, I would rather just wipe it away, and luckily we cured everything in between. So when you wipe that off, at least you do not lose the rest of your design. So yeah, this was also still a little bit too thick. It should be a little bit thinner as well. And yeah, sorry for the blurriness. I'm recording from my phone, so I'm still getting used to this, that it must zoom in and out and record nicely. But we're getting there. So thank you guys for sticking with me and going with this on this journey with me, with this nails and the nail art and trying new things. But yeah, today we did this woven set and it came out pretty nice. I was like pretty chuffed, and my client was pretty chuffed as well. So I'm definitely gonna still practice this, because it's actually so much fun, although it really works on your brain. But it's nice. It really keeps the brain fresh. So I really like this design. But anyway, let's continue. So just making highlights on all 4 nails, making sure that they all connect, so the white lines must touch one another. So there shouldn't be like gaps or anything like that. So it should be all touching. One line should touch the other line once you place it on that curve where the woven part is. So you're going to watch me do this on these 2 nails. So I still didn't record the other hand, but when I come back you'll see me then I'll top coat the other hand, and then we are done. But I'll be back to talk to you just now so you can watch me do this, and I think I'll bring this in a bit so that you can see how it looks. So I hope you enjoy this. Talk to you just now.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you'll still want me, I hope you'll still need me 1,000,000 years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me high, keeps me high. I hope you'll still want me, I hope you'll still need me 1,000,000 years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your
Okay, so we are almost done with the design. I'm top coating her nails now with just a shiny top coat, a rubber top coat, just sealing in the edges as well, because the other nails were already sealed, so I didn't need to seal them. That was done already. So just sealing the design in, making sure that the top coat is everywhere, sealing her free edge, and then I take my thin liner brush, just going around the sides so that I don't flood the cuticles or the side walls. And if there's something touching, I clean it up straight away before it goes into the light. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed me doing this design. If you would like to see me do something else, I would be happy to show you guys. So yeah, here is the end results. Yeah, come on, focus camera, focus. So see, the other nails is just red, and then we did this design. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Bye for now.